One of the new features with Xilo that I think is going to be fairly interesting is the new AI quoting tool that they have. Effectively, it isn't going to replace a comparative rater, but what it will do for some of us is it will bridge the gap with carriers that do not use the comparative rater, um, like Chubb. I am bringing in Cincinnati on this one, even though they do go through our comparative rater. And what it does is through AI and just its learning capability, it reaches out to the carriers, logs in, uses your login, and then starts initiating a quote through that carrier. It's always going to work the same, where you have to then log into the carriers, and once that's completed, it will start looking at that carrier to formulate a plan. And here, Cincinnati, it already has the plan for that. And you hit accept approve. It's still waiting on, we just hooked up with Chubb. We accept approve. And now what it will do is it will work in the background on pushing the data through for the client you're requesting it for. You can have multiple carriers in here. I'm selecting 2 for ease and simplification. The more you add, it does require more processing power, but it does still get the job done. What is nice about it is it allows you to kind of maintain control over the data versus entering the data multiple times in multiple carriers. This, you enter it in Xilo, and then that data, the integrity of that data is maintained, and then it is pushed out to each carrier. And what it will do is it will basically walk through. It uses the AI tool to identify and then fill data as it needs to in each of the carriers that you're selecting. Roughly on most of them, it will take 10 to 15 minutes. It will get faster as you help it. And what I mean by that is you can store preset coverages as well as instructions for things that the AI tool doesn't recognize out of the gate. And you can also instruct it to run reports for certain carriers, so on and so forth. So ideally, when you are done running the option, it will have a proposal generated that is actionable, meaning you could present it after you dotted the I's and crossed the T's on it, and you could actually even issue it, not through the tool, of course, but through the carrier's website. What I find very valuable is it allows me and frees up my time to then go work on other clients as well as other steps that I may need to do for other requirements. It will work in the background. Chubb currently is running for a standard home and auto, 2 drivers, 2 vehicles. It's running about 10 to 15 minutes to complete, normally 10 minutes. Cincinnati is equally as fast. You can go into each carrier site and watch the progress. Basically, what the tool is doing is it's reading the page and then identifying the pieces of data that it needs to from your data source. When it's completed, you'll see notifications. If it needs any additional information, it'll ask, and then you just enter it here. It is a fairly efficient and nice product, and it will get better the more you use it. At this point, just checking in. Cincinnati's already completed the home. The auto tends to go a little bit faster. They will wrap up soon. Chubb is still working its way through. I believe it is into the auto at this point, just validating the drivers and working its way through. In the interim, I am working on my 2 o'clock call, which is totally separate. So this is just working in the background while I'm working on other tasks that I have. Job just completed. They were able to complete their options in a little over 9 minutes. Judging at where Cincinnati is, they will be done shortly too. So you can see everything's been ran, the reports are ran, and it's giving me the following options. Cincinnati took just a little bit longer to complete, but it is done with its work. And now, while I was working on some Westfield options for another client, both a Chubb and Cincinnati proposal was generated for this individual. Like I said, this isn't to replace a comparative rater. It is to augment and to supplement what you're currently doing.